inaugural ceremony of the International Aviation Security Seminar 2018, which is being organized by CISF. It is an accepted fact that the civil aviation sector is highly sensitive and high profile in nature. It also gets worldwide attention when the sector is hit by any attack. Often, these incidents have geopolitical ramifications. The civil aviation security continues to be an extremely challenging task as the sector remains an important target for terror outfits. The terrorists always look for opportunities where they can draw the maximum attention and media coverage also. As per the available data, 3.7 billion air passengers took a flight in 2016, and this number is growing at the CAGR of 4.7%. With the number of air travelers projected to cross 7.2 billion mark by 2035, we feel there is an urgent need to prepare the civil aviation sector for the future. The theme of today's seminar is backed on the issues pertaining to cooperation in the civil aviation sector. We have gathered here to deliberate upon key issues with the sole purpose of achieving global cooperation for secure aviation. Friends, aviation sector has several stakeholders, and secure aviation needs active cooperation from all quarters. I am happy to see that this seminar has invitees not only from India, but also from abroad. I am confident that such a distinguished assembly will have fruitful deliberations with free exchange of ideas to keep the aviation sector safe and secure. The Government of India plays a pivotal role in maintaining security. We have a mandate to secure our land boundaries, coastal areas, and ensure the safety of our skies also. We have been evolving appropriate strategies from time to time to counter any visible or invisible threat to India's safety and security. Established in 1969, the Central Industrial Security Force, which is celebrating its Golden Jubilee this year, has expanded and grown manifold during the last 5 decades. In the process, CISF has developed itself into a multi-dimensional and thoroughly professional armed police force of India. At present, CISF provides security cover to 344 critical infrastructure installations, including 60 airports in India. The CISF was entrusted with the responsibility of guarding the airports in 2000 after the Kandahar hijack incident, and Jaipur was the first airport entrusted to CISF. The CISF has offered its best to the aviation sector, and since its induction at airports, it has made untiring and sincere efforts for maintaining foolproof security. Friends, the aviation sector in India is indebted to CISF for the excellent work it has done while protecting our airports. There are 40 other operational airports and heliports under Regional Connectivity Scheme in India, which are guarded by airport security units carved out from the respective state police forces. The strength of any claim is determined by the strength of its smallest unit. Therefore, the security of these smaller airports should never be ignored. The Brussels and Istanbul airport attacks have shown the vulnerability of airports, especially from the city side, and it highlights new threats to aviation facilities. There have been several terror attacks on aviation sector till date. The most devastating September 11, 2001 attack in the United States shocked the world as the terrorists used an aircraft as a missile and fuel as the explosive and caused massive loss of precious lives and property. Use of innovative methods to launch attacks on aviation sector are already in plenty. The case of shoe bomber in 2001, use of liquid explosives in London 2006, and the case of underwear bomber in Amsterdam 2009 clearly indicate that the terrorists are pushing the limits and even their underpants to hit the aviation sector. Each nation has its own airport security protocol. In addition to the international standards, India has stepped up its airport security with the induction of CISF after 1999 Kandahar hijacking. The tragedies of 9/11 and Kandahar hijacking have taught us many lessons. We have upgraded our anti-hijacking mechanism since 1999 by refining our strengths and rectifying our weaknesses. Keeping the threat of aircraft hijacking by terrorists, India has reviewed its legislation and preparedness towards such exigencies. The new Anti-Hijacking Act 2016 gives effect to the Hague Convention of 1971 and the Beijing Protocol of 2010. The new Anti-Hijacking Act is a testimony to our government's concern for expedient measures to be taken during hostile acts of seizure or exercise of control of aircraft which jeopardize the safety of persons and property. We have come up with adequate security infrastructure at the airports, which is commensurate with the increased number of air passengers. But there still are many challenges and vulnerabilities. Therefore, we need perspective planning, more international cooperation, and better coordination also. We should adhere to stricter implementation of internationally agreed guidelines and norms. In all airport processes would enhance our security capabilities. The governments and aviation agencies have to increasingly think about newer methods to tackle conventional and unconventional threats. I would like to place on record the efforts made by the Ministry of Civil Aviation and the country's security regulator, Bureau of Civil Aviation Security, in maintaining a balance between government's priority of ease of doing business and laying down standards of security as per international norms. We have been constantly upgrading our security strategies and ensured its alignment with the changing threat perception, global security scenario, and ever-evolving requirements of aviation sector. As a matter of policy, unlike TSA in the US, which is also into physical security, our government has taken a conscious decision to separate the functions of security regulator from those being performed by regulated entities in the aviation ecosystem. This insulation addresses the fundamental problem of conflict of interest encountered in the regulatory framework. In the recent times, India has witnessed massive expansion in aviation sector, and so has the security regulator in terms of manpower and infrastructure. Friends, earlier, BCAS had 8 regional offices. Now the presence of BCAS has increased from 8 airports to 20 airports, with opening of 12 new regional offices also. This bears testimony to the fact that as a country, we are serious in terms of strengthening aviation security and regulatory oversight. Our aviation security training capabilities have also increased manifold. In the last 1 year, the number of BCAS accredited aviation security training institutes has increased by 300% from 6 to 24. This will cater to ever increasing demand for trained manpower in aviation sector, for physical security, master trainers, and regulatory oversight functions like audit, inspection, and quality control as per ICAO requirements. All of ICAO's initiatives in the field of aviation security rely, both globally and regionally, on cooperation amongst states and all other stakeholders. The overarching goal is to enhance global security by implementing uniform security measures around the world. A goal that cannot be achieved without an unwavering commitment from all quarters. I advise all stakeholders in the aviation sector, especially the BCAS and the CISF, to infuse new technology for aviation security and ensure a judicious blend of trained human resources and modern security infrastructure. I wish to underline this important fact once again, that full proof of security warrants cooperation among the stakeholders. While aviation players are typically aware of the need to share their discovery on previously unknown vulnerabilities and best practices for dealing with them, especially in the cyber domain, there is nonetheless a need for better mechanisms to facilitate this collaboration. Friends, I am confident that this seminar will take into account all the challenges that confront this sector and brainstorm them with an open mind. I hope that the seminar comes out with certain innovative, out-of-the-box recommendations during the deliberations. I once again congratulate Ministry of Civil Aviation, BCAS, and CISF for organizing the International Aviation Security Seminar 2018 and wish all the success for this event. I expect that all the agencies will continue with their excellent performances in ensuring aviation security in future as well. Thank you very much.